Hello, this is Future Ben talking, because I recorded this afterwards because I was having some issues with my audio files, as well as my voice wasn't really warmed up and I sounded kind of depressing. So I'm going to quickly run you through what we're doing today. We are playing Outward, and this video is a little different than what I normally do, and by that I mean, actually it's not different at all. I'm just going to kind of ramble and explain how to do the game. I'm going to give you some tips, I'm going to give you a couple of little tidbits of information that can help you get started on the core of the gameplay loop earlier than normal, and we're going to have a blast. So basically, Outward is a open world RPG, but it's specifically focused on the idea of it's very much D&D-esque in how a lot of the systems come together to make the game itself, and how the main draw of the game is, as it says in the title, just going outward, just picking up from the day-to-day life, going out into a kind of terrifying world, if I'm going to be honest, and then trying to, in a sense, make it big. It's either you come back with a bunch of silver, or you don't come back at all. And it's pretty dang fun, if I'm going to be honest. But anyway, now you know what we're going to be doing, so I'll let my original recording play, and you guys can just let me know what you guys think of it. Why do all of their faces look old? Yeah, sure, that's us. Legacy. Ooh, yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, this is a cool little thing you're able to put in, where basically if you play through the game, you're able to find these chests, these 4 chests that are hidden throughout the world, and then basically that makes it so that then... Oh. Where? Yeah, don't worry about it. Basically it makes it so that then, when you find these chests in your games, whatever items you put in them in a previous game will be there, but there'll be an upgraded version of them. So you can get like rare items only through that. But anyway, that's not going to matter right now because we're probably not going to get that far. But anyway, as I said, this game is really fun because basically it's just about going out and adventuring and doing stuff, and it feels very, very D&D-esque in how it focuses on the travel as well as how the adventures take place and also how life-threatening they are. But it starts off in kind of this thing where it's quickly, I'm not going to read through any of this because it doesn't matter that much, but basically you were on a ship, it didn't do so hot, and now you're really close to home. I'm going to take this torch. You are really close to home. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you can see a lighthouse a little later here. Pick up this guy's clothes. Anyway. As soon as you get home, basically you're going to get yelled at because your family owes this absolutely massive debt for reasons. It's like your grandparents or something really messed something up and now everyone wants you dead. And you have to pay it off. On this journey you were supposed to make money, but obviously that didn't work out. So anyway, I'm going to give you some tips on how to get started out here because the game doesn't do a great job of that, and also this beginning little tidbit of trying to build up enough money to make a payment so that then they don't kick you out of your house is kind of BS. And it can kind of, you want to get to the good stuff quickly, so I'll help you get there. Basically, you go up to that thingy and then you'll get back to your house. But before then, we're going to go over here because this game is all about exploration and finding random stuff. And would you look at that, there is a little fishing harpoon. Also, pay close attention to this weight. That becomes mildly important later on. Anyway, this fishing harpoon is going to help you out because it's a spear-based weapon. And there's a number of different ways to play. And personally, I'm not really a huge fan of spears, but you get it early here, and you're able to use it to harvest from fish and whatnot. Also, you can take this machete, which is way better when it comes to weapon-wise. But yeah, basically, I highly recommend searching this area before you go anywhere, because as far as I'm aware, I don't think you can actually get back here. A mining pick is really important, because it's another one of those... It's like in Skyrim, how if you... Oh, there's a bad thing right there. Hello? Oh jeez, I cannot remember. Oh, this is bad. I have custom keybinds, and I can't remember what my lock on. Toggle lock, keybind 3. There we go. I figured it out. There's a dead person here. and some hyenas. Is there anything worthwhile past the hyenas? We'll find out. So when it comes to the combat, you'll notice it looks a little bit like Dark Souls, but it's actually more punishing, if I'm going to be entirely honest about this. Basically, how it goes is everything in this game will kill you in very few hits, even when you have some of the better armor in the game. And that kind of blows. Like Dark Souls, it's a storytelling thing. So like, if you've ever made a D&D character, there's always the question you have to ask when it comes to making your character, what made them go out and try and get on this adventure? You know, what is their call to adventure? Why are they leaving the safety of their home? Because in D&D you're going into horrifying situations that'll probably get you killed, or at least very nearly get you killed repeatedly, because that's where it's fun. You know, it's the adventure of it. So in this game, in order to make the money to pay off, yes, I'm just circling around this guy, don't worry about it. Okay, now we're down to 1, and I'm really messing this up, so I'm going to die. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. I poke you. Haha, I poke you again. I missed. I poke you again. There we go. Okay, as long as we can stay on his backside, we should be fine. But if we take another hit, we are pretty much definitely dead. Okay, got him. Sweet. So anyway, can take all that good stuff because it's all sellable. Anyway, me nearly dying to hyenas. Oh, sweet. Yeah, so definitely take all these because that is going to help you. Also get rid of that, and don't really need wood right now. I'm still overweight. I don't... you know what? I don't want that. I want that. There we go. We're good. Why don't I have any shoes? That's weird. Anyway. Yeah, so basically the general loop of this game is you go out, you gather money, you use the money to sort of level up your character, and also use it to pay off certain debts and buy houses and all that good stuff. But it's all in the adventuring. It's the idea that going out is the way to make a lot of money. Well, you know, relatively a lot of money depending on how successful you are. But the thing is that going outward is very, very dangerous. Oh, once you're done gathering stuff, come to this area. Just sleep for however long you want. It doesn't matter. It'll pop you back to your house. Anyway, adventuring is dangerous work, and if you're playing on, like, I forget what it's called, like hardcore Iron Man, it's bad. It's really bad. You die a good amount in this game, and it's always punishing. And that's kind of the whole point, is, you know, you're the only one in your whole village that's doing this. And the reason why you haven't done this before, you know, in order to... Oh, boots, thank you. I prefer the red tunic, thank you. Oh, I'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, it's the storytelling aspect of it, which I realized I just double-backed on myself like 3 times in that whole sentence. So I'll just say it straight this time. The game is hard because adventuring is hard, and the reason why adventuring is hard is because it's a part of the universe. You can make a lot of money by going out into the world and exploring and killing crazy monsters and learning magic and doing all this stuff, but the thing is that it's really, really hard, and I now have a backpack. So that's why other people don't do it, and it's why I haven't done it before. So yeah, basically the game's fun, and it really does a good job at hammering in that kind of the D&D feeling of when you run into an enemy going, oh crap, is this going to be the end of my character's life? And it's cool. Like, you know, it's something where I understand why it's a smaller game with a much smaller budget. But, you know, I'm still happy that it exists, and I'm going to be honest, I've dumped more time into this game than I would probably like to admit for, you know, how big the game is. Anyway, so we're going to get back to stuff that actually helps you out. By the way, there's little mechanics for everything. With the backpack mechanic, you'll notice I now have an extra 25 pounds of weight that I'm able to carry, specifically in the backpack, And the cool thing about this is, with this backpack on, my dodge roll is bad. But if I'm about to get into a fight, just ditch the backpack, do the fight, and then just go pick it up again. Anyway, so we're gonna go out here. There's this angry mob, and they're like, bah, 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 we hate you. Also, I think my language is turned to German. Don't worry about it. Alright, yep, I'll go outside the walls. Thank you. This lady's actually kind of nice once you get to know her. Don't worry about it. She's kind of like the village chief. Also, that lady's pretty cool as well. Don't worry about any of that, though. So, basically, they're like, oh, you're going to have to go outside the walls because you have, I think it's 5 days. Oh, this game runs on a clock, by the way. You'll notice with the sun. You have like 5 days before they're going to come and seize your house and all your stuff. And then, I don't actually know what happens after that. I've never reached the point where that happened to me. I'm just going to sell the stuff I don't want. I probably should have kept that for crafting, but that is fine. I now have 42. How much does it cost for the better backpack? 25. Gonna get the better backpack. Thank you. I'm gonna pop in my inventory, and I'm just going to equip my new backpack, which has a much better weight to it. And then I'm going to take everything from this backpack. Wonderful. Yeah, so now instead of 25 pounds, I can carry 50 on my back. Also gonna learn that recipe. Okay. So, normally, you'd pop into this game, you go to this front door, and this guy would be like, hey, so, I won't let you leave yet because you don't have enough gear. And the gear he wants you to get is basic survival stuff. You need a water skin, a sleeping roll, and a backpack. You'll notice we have a good backpack. Oh, look, a water skin. I'm just going to gather some of this water. So now I have this water skin with 4 charges in it. Wonderful. I also have a backpack. Oh, would you look at that? I actually have 2 bedrolls, so I'm just going to drop one. Yeah, the bedrolls are for sleeping. Sleeping is generally how you're going to recover most of your health in this game, until you reach the point where you have spells or items that you're able to make consistently that'll heal you. Until then, you're going to be sleeping a lot. You're going to like kill 2 things and then take a rest, and you're basically playing D&D. Anyway, so that guy is going to be like, oh, you can't leave yet because of this. But once you do have the stuff, then he'll be like, oh, you're good to go. Yeah, so let me teach you a skill. And that's the big thing in this game, is leveling up in this game doesn't operate on a leveling up system. I know that sounds dumb, but basically how it works is you're able to learn skills through traders, or trainers, I suppose. And yes, there's a keybind for your lantern. You do not want to leave that thing on. Also, take everything you can find. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll tell you about leveling up when I'm just walking randomly. I am now down here. If you saw the route I took, this place just has some good stuff to loot. It's got some flint and steel. It's got some bread. This guy is randomized, so you'll find random stuff in here. I'm going to take the hatchet because, like this, okay, so you got regular attacks, and then you have power attacks. The power attack for this is a quick stab. I hate that. The power attack for this is a double swing, triple swing. I forgot about that. Hatchet, good. Anyway. Oh, also, I can take you and put you in my backpack, and now I have it equipped to my backpack. Wonderful. Alright, let's go kill these weird things in here. Anyway, I recommend clearing this area before you do anything else because, honestly, it's just a good idea. These guys look intimidating and they take a lot of damage, but as long as you know that basically block, and then once they do a strike on you, just whack them once or twice, and then get a power attack in here and there, you're good to go. Their spears are worth... not great, but you're so close to the city, you might as well just take them. I think there's 2 of them in here, and then some loots scattered around. Yep, here's an iron mine. This is why we picked up the pickaxe. Whoa, okay, so the iron scraps are good for crafting and whatnot, but these gravel beetles, they make the earliest health potion in the game, and I highly recommend that you make all of that, because you're going to be taking damage. Like, these guys you can get away with 1v1ing, not taking any damage. But once you get to the point where you're actually adventuring out somewhere and you're not quite sure what you're going to run into, it's just like D&D. Preparation is everything. Anyway, so yeah, just play it like a normal game. Run through this whole area. Check everything. There should be some mushrooms here. Yay. And I realize this is going to turn out a lot like the Bloodborne video that Joe and I are doing. I don't know if it's going to be released at the time that I put out this video, but anyway, I'm kind of running her through how to get started on Bloodborne, and it is really, really convoluted. Also, I'm just going to take all of this since I'm so close to the exits. So I realize this is seeming very convoluted, but I swear to God, this is the fastest way to get past this early debt and then be able to actually get into the game proper. So just follow along. We started upstairs, we went downstairs, we took a bunch of stuff. We're going to go and sell all that stuff so we can get some gear. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I am going to get a shield though. I don't normally play with shields, but for this game I'm going to give it a try. Hello, mostly because my main characters, yeah, don't worry about it. They don't have shields. So I'm going to sell all of this stuff that I don't need. I'm not doing anything with iron scraps, also nothing with those beetles. I'm going to keep the meat though. I'm going to get rid of that. And there's another 33 to my name. Does this guy have anything I want for cheap? Not particularly. That is fine. I'm going to go and try and buy a shield though. Oh, and then general traders, that guy is a general trader, so he'll give you like clothing and armor that's good for fending off weather, which you'll have to worry about later. Don't worry about it for like the first, I think like 15 days. Mage right over there, she sells you alchemy stuff. No magic though, you have to do something special for that. And then this guy's a blacksmith, like what do you want me to say? I'd want you... Do you sell shields? Yes, you do. I need a shield. Also, a better axe. Also, take that. Okay. Gonna equip that. Gonna equip that. There we go. We are now Viking. Congratulations, you have won the game. Oh. Yeah, not really, but don't worry about it. Anyway, so now we have this guy. The thing to know, okay, so as I was saying, I'll actually show you a guy who actually teaches you skills first. There's two ways to get skills in this game, which as I said are the main ways of leveling up. Like you don't gain levels, you gain skills, which you can use in tangent with different weapons. So, if you talk to a guy like this, you can say, I want to train with you, and then he says a single thing. So this guy can teach me a little Kazite trick. He can teach me how to use a one-handed axe to cripple and slow enemies for 50 silver. I don't have 50 silver, otherwise I would totally get in on that. But you know, some people, they just give you a single or a couple of skills. But then these guys you'll find around the world, where you say, I want to train with you, and he'll give you a full list. So how this works is you can purchase with silver anything under this bar, just with silver, and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about any permanent stuff. But once you purchase this skill, which you'll notice costs a lot more, it also costs one of these chain link thingies. Basically, each character only has 3 of these, which means you can only spec into 3 classes. So this guy is a Spellblade. You get the idea. You travel around the world, you find different teachers, and you choose which ones you want to advance your character. I'll come back to this guy later, because this fitness thing for 50 silver, which increases your maximum health by 25, it is so good. Anyway, don't worry about that. Also, pick up everything. There isn't really anything that you steal in this game, so if you see something lying around, just take it, and if they're skills, just learn them, because you might need it later. Anyway, so, now you know how those guys can teach you skills. This guy, once you've completed what he wants, which is collect a bedroll, water skin, and backpack, he will teach you a skill completely free. And the trick is, he'll teach you a skill for whatever weapon you have equipped. If you wander around the village, you'll find that there will be weapons, like crap tier weapons, like this hatchet right here, you know, just scattered around that you can collect. So if you have an idea of what kind of character you want to play, or at least what main weapon you want to use, I'd recommend finding that and then going and talking to this guy. I know it's a lot to go in, but you know, I'm going outside. And then, yep, I will take a skill. Sweet. So, he just taught me a skill. The Talus Cleaver. Low blow that reduces the target's mobility, inflicts pain and cripple. I am going to assign this to quick slot. Also, I highly recommend, if you have a mouse with like a bunch of MMO buttons, to quick slot to rebind where your quick slots are, because mine is set up on my mouse so I can now hit 2 and I use that skill. And then obviously skills have cooldown, you can kick, and yeah, so anyway, that's just a good thing to do if you know what you're going for, is to talk to that dude. Now normally people leave through that way after the guy lets you leave, which is, you know, what you're supposed to do, but we're gonna skip that. Actually, hold on. Do I have... I do not. Hold on. I need bandages. Okay. Linen cloth. Always pick it up. It's good because you can make bandages, which are your true first healing item. Cool. Okay. So, long story short, before you leave, get a weapon you want, talk to the guy up front, get the skill, and then don't leave through the front door. You can if you want, but it'll take longer. Make sure you have a bandage, and then go back into this cave where you killed those 2 guys. Because there is a secret exit, not so secret honestly, but you know, there's an exit to the village on this end, which will get you close to something really good. Because at the moment, we owe a debt of 150 silver, and as of right now, I think I've probably made like 60, 70 silver, something like that, and I've spent most of it on gear just to keep myself alive. So you can kind of get the idea that if you're not on top of it, you're really kind of kneecapping yourself by spending the silver straight up from your first adventure or 2. But there is a little trick, and if you actually like listen to the lady, which I didn't this time, but I knew what she was going to say anyway. Yeah, that's the secret exit, by the way. You can follow that. I'm just rambling and showing you stuff so we can get over this, so then I can just choose a random direction and adventure. But anyway, if you actually listen to the lady, she would basically say something along the lines of, oh, you know, pay me 150 silver or I'll kneecap you. But another thing you could do is if you could do a tribal favor or earn tribal favor, which basically means do a heroic deed or something that'll make someone within the village really like you and owe you. Then you could basically pay off, you know, your actual payment that's owed with a favor. This can be pretty hard and can involve like doing bigger quests for people and clearing out bandit camps and all that stuff. Or hopefully I do not aggro this crab because these things suck. I'm gonna do it anyway. Hold on. So talk to this dude. Don't die to the crab. Give him, there we go. I gave him the bandage. He stands up and he says thank you. And then you run away from the electricity crab because these things really suck. I don't know why they're at this part in the game, but don't worry about it. Anyway, so basically I just gave that guy a bandage because he shipwrecked and he needed a bandage, and there's a tribal favor. So basically I now have in my possession 150 silver worth of tribal favor. So I just finished something that was supposed to take me about 5 days in, hold on a second, let me just let me put down my bedroll so I can see what time of day it is. Hey bird, how's it going? Yeah, you stay right there. It is midday of the first day. Now all we have to do is just get back into town and we're good to go. I can't go back the way I came because of that little cliff thing I jumped off of that I didn't emphasize. Oh, also random thing, whenever you can, these guys will hurt you if you drop your guard, like everything else in this game. But they're pretty easy, and there's a chance... I didn't drop it this time. There's a chance they'll drop a special helmet that looks like a bird face, and it increases your movement speed. which is the best thing ever. Kind of hard to describe. Also, I'm just going to use one of these real quick, one of my bandages, to heal myself up because I took a lightning bolt to the chest, which is totally fine. Also, remember that mountain. That one right there. That's where you get magic. If you're going for magic, which you should go for magic, because even though you don't start the game with a mana pool, and you don't technically have to use magic, most of the classes have you going into some form of magic or another, whether it's enchanting your weapons with like temporary buffs, or whether it's actually casting spells. Magic is just really useful in this game. Anyway, you'll find these little chests scattered around, which are basically, how to put it, they're supply caches for bandits. So you'll find a lot of tripwire traps and iron scraps. I'll show you what those do in a second. They can be useful, especially in the early game when you are really, really weak, like I am. And of course, the only way to get stronger is to spend more silver on skills or armor or gear. It's all about money. This is Capitalism Simulator 37. And yeah, so basically this whole massive world ahead of me, which looks kind of like this right now, is only one of, I think, 5 maps of the game, and it's actually pretty stinking big, if I'm going to be honest. And I would love to just set off and explore it, but first I have to take care of this tribal favor, so that then I can head out, you know, with no chip on my shoulder, and I can explore the world without any issue. Also, kill bandits. It's going to save you a lot of trouble down the line. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, tribal favor, this way. Also, these dudes, you'll find one of them in every city. They sell really good stuff. Like this trader garb is still kind of beginning level, and the armor's not the best, but you see that little thing there that says pouch bonus? That's basically just bonus weight that you get, which is really nice. This is a mage hat. Giant iron key. I have no idea what this goes to. Oh, and then they'll sell like rations, which you need to travel between maps, and then they will sell a randomized like monster drop. Also, rubies and gold are actually really useful because they are worth a lot. And once you reach kind of mid to late game, you'll notice silver. Where's my silver? Do I have any silver? Oh, it's right there. Silver actually weighs stuff. So once you have, you know, over 1,000 silver, suddenly you're getting weighed down by that. But if you buy some rubies and some gems, it's still worth the same amount of silver, but you're not getting weighed down by it. Basically, this game does D&D really well. Hello, lady. I would like to talk to you. Yeah, you know about that blood price? Here's a tribal favor. Ha ha ha. Oh no, they're leaving. I'll miss her around here. And why is he? Oh no, I can't believe that these 2 characters just disappeared. I gotta go talk to them real quick. Okay, so, story. Basically, there are 2 main people that you know and like in this whole village that you grew up, and both of them are going off on their own lifetime adventures. You go and you talk to them and they tell you about these amazing places they're going to, and then you kind of decide, oh, I want to follow this guy or that guy to where they're going, and then you can do quests, you know, in those parts of the world and all that. So anyway, here's this dude with the big sword. He goes to the crazy desert place, which I'm just gonna... Cool, bye. Classic Unity disappearing. Anyway, he goes to the desert location, which is actually a 2-map jump from where you are right now, and it takes a while, but it's pretty cool. And then this lady, well, so he goes and he basically becomes like a mercenary kind of guy, and then you can do all this mercenary work, and it's all like, ha ha ha, cool desert stuff. Whereas this lady is basically a religious zealot, and she's like, I'm gonna go to this town which has this big church of the followers of this one order, and she goes and becomes a paladin basically. And you can follow her and become a paladin as well, but it's a desert, not a desert, it's a swamp area, and I really, really don't like swamps. So I've never really followed her there yet. But we'll see what happens. And then last, but certainly not least, what's her face right here is like, yeah, I'm going to Berg, and there's like this big tribal meeting between all the rulers of these maps that you're able to explore. So you're able to go and follow her and work for her to pay off your blood price. So again, the story or your motivation in this game is you have a massive blood price on your head, which is thousands and thousands of silver. You either make that silver by going out into the world and following one of your friends and, earning your way in the world by becoming like a paladin or a mercenary, or you follow what's-her-face and you get involved in the whole political stuff of this world, and then you work off your tribal favor by working for her. That doesn't matter yet, though, because you are not ready for that at all. Like, at all. For starters, before we go on our adventure, we gotta start it out right, so we are gonna go and sleep for a full night, and also repair our gear, and hopefully not die. And then, we are basically gonna choose a direction, and go in that direction, and hopefully not die. Try and gain loot, and then come back with enough silver so we can upgrade our character and get better gear, so then we can actually travel to one of the other locations in the game and make more money. Oh ho there, just a quick announcement at the end of this video. Basically this is something I've kind of done before, but it's a relatively new style of video where it's sort of a rambling kind of introduction to a game and its mechanics. So let me know if you like it down in the comments, leave a like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But next video we're actually going to go out and basically just exemplify what the game's about. Going to choose a direction, go that way, kill some people, come back, get some money, profit. I'll see you guys next time.